Good evening and welcome to our next episode of Cooking with Michael. Tonight, a little different. I know we've always done dinners, but some of you, K-Dub, have asked for desserts. And I know when that came up last week, several of you jumped out and said you'd be really excited to be a part of one of our shows. Tonight, we're going to do kind of a part one of a 2 or 3 part episode that'll be spread out over the next several weeks. Tonight, we're going to do a Dutch dessert. It's a little bit different than the blue tin cookies that you used to get for Christmas, your job the first year you were there when they were trying to pretend they actually cared you were there. But this is actually a homemade Dutch dessert. But as I said, if you watched my last video, my last few videos, thank you by the way, I have no idea how to make a dessert. That's not me. I cook big stuff, but no desserts. So what did I do? I brought in my Dutch friend, Katrina. I'm going to bring her in here in a second, and she's going to show us what to do. Now, as always, while she's doing that, I'm going to drink my Pinot Grigio because when I don't know how to cook, drinking Pinot Grigio till it's pretty much gone is the best way to do. Anyway, with that said, Katrina, she's still in Dutchland. Where the hell is Dutchland anyway? Oh, there she is.
Hi!
All right, so Katrina's here all the way from Dutchland. Denmark?
No, the Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Oh, sorry, Netherlands. So, I don't know where the hell Dutchland is. So, actually, there's a Dutch Wonderland in Pennsylvania. Is that the same thing?
It is not.
No, it's not?
No,
okay.
That's Pennsylvania Dutch. I'm from True Dutch, which is from the Netherlands. Actually, my mother is from there.
Are you wearing clogs?
No.
Do you have a windmill in front of your house?
I do not.
Oh, what the
I
hell?
don't have tulips either.
I forgot. Oh, but the Netherlands has Amsterdam. We all know what is famous in Amsterdam. That's right, hookers.
The red light district.
The red light district. And free pot. But anyway, so thank you for being here. I don't know if it's free actually, but anyway, thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what are we making?
So we are going to be making a very simple dessert, something I grew up with, is something that's part of my culture, I guess you could say, and it is called butterkoek. So
Not to be confused with boulder cock.
so it's called butterkoek, basically.
Boulder cock?
Yes.
Sorry.
The English translation is
Pinot Grigio.
literally sangria. Butter cookie. Okay? It's literally 4 ingredients. It's called a butter cookie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we're going to be mixing together butter, sugar, flour, eggs, and then we'll stick it in the oven.
Excellent. Well,
So
see,
simple.
as we talk about, quick, easy, perfect dinner. Or perfect dessert in this case. So, all right. So we're going to step away. You'll notice that in Dutchland, they don't drink Pinot Grigio. So, but again, thank you to Andrew, Chapel Beer and Wine, who hooked me up with the Pinot Grigio, and of course, hooked her up with the Sangria because we only go to Chapel Beer and Wine.
That is facts.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to break away here. When we come back, we'll show the ingredients, and then we'll show you how to put it together. Actually, Katrina is. I'm just going to drink like I did last time we had a guest chef, and then we'll go from there. Sound good?
Sounds great. You can stand there and look pretty.
Well, that's easy. I am pretty. All right, we'll be right back, folks. Thanks for watching. All right, for our great easy dessert tonight, you see we're using flour, sugar, eggs, butter, and of course Pinot Grigio. That's always necessary for whether it's dinner or desserts. I'm showing you the parchment paper there as well because we will be using that to cook this on. So we'll show you how to put it all together here when we come back. All right, and we're back. You saw the ingredients. Not a lot of them, but she says it makes a good dessert, so I'm hoping she's not just drinking too much sangria. So
No, I'm
we'll
definitely poisoning him.
that could happen too.
Yep.
But she wouldn't do it to my viewers. She'd only do it to me. So,
Yep.
so what we'll do is, look, there's our mixer. Hey, look, no clogs. There's our mixer.
At least I got my toes done. Okay?
Okay, well, we don't talk about toes in this show, just so you know. No toes on, no. Oh, and by the way, we got most of our ingredients at Aldi. I know I missed Aldi last week, and it was really hard for me to do an episode without Aldi, but we did actually we did an Aldi run today, so, okay. All right, we're done. So, Katrina, what am I doing first here, or what are you doing first?
What am I doing first?
Yeah,
you're going to stand there and look pretty, and then you're going to hand me the butter.
Okay, so we're doing butter first. So, again, butter, just a pound of butter already into 4 sticks.
Sweet cream is my favorite.
I'm glad we could take care of you and find the favorite butter at Aldi. Okay, all right.
Aldi coming in clutch. Okay.
So you got 4 sticks of butter. We're just gonna put all 4 sticks in there.
Yep, pretty much.
All right. So we got the 4 sticks of butter in there. Do we have to start mixing that up first?
Oh yeah, but
Okay.
we're gonna set on a slower speed just to kind of get things moving around because this butter is supposed to be at room temperature. Yeah.
It actually has been. Yeah, it's been out for a couple of hours.
Excellent.
So we're good.
So we're good. So that means it'll mix really well. And then so we're gonna start the mixer going, have it go slowly, and then we're gonna start adding our sugar, and then we're gonna add the 2 egg yolks. Now this is very important. You're gonna split the egg yolk from the egg whites. The egg whites you're going to put aside. You're going to use that later. So the sugar and the egg yolks are going to go in here, and that's only going to be 2 eggs.
Okay.
And we're doing 2.5 cups of sugar, so lots of sugar.
So why are we doing the paddle as opposed to, because we're making a dough, why are we using the paddle instead of the hook? Instead of the whisk?
Because we are making cookie dough. Cookie dough is vastly different. Also, I was raised and taught to use this one when making dessert dough, so for cookies, or brownies or cake,
So any kind of dessert, you recommend this kind of the paddle?
Yes, because it just mixes a little bit more fully, whereas like bread dough and things like that, it's a little bit
Pinot Grigio.
Sangria.
Okay, gotcha. So we're gonna start mixing this up until it's mixed, or till it's
so
obviously till it's mixed,
soft.
Till it's soft.
And that way we can start adding the sugar and the egg yolks.
All right, so let me lock this in place. If you have, let me turn this. Lock and load. Kevin, I know you're watching. You probably just got excited when we said lock and load. Maybe it probably could have stayed out a little longer than that.
It's fine. And once you add the yolks and the sugar, it'll start going out.
All right,
that's typical of this particular head.
Gotcha.
I said what I said.
She said head. We're gonna be X-rated here soon. Okay. All right. So do I keep doing? I mean, all it's doing is attaching to it. So I just keep doing this until.
So right now, that's great what you have right now. So let's start adding the sugar.
Okay. But we're gonna use, and as you know, in my house, finding the right measuring cups and spoons is like trying to find a viable Democrat for president. Oh, sorry.
We got political.
Yeah, I did. I don't typically do that, but I was been watching Golden Girls all day. So anyway, so I have a half cup measuring cup. We're just gonna add it in there. So I'm gonna turn this back over to Katrina. All right, so
we're gonna put 2.5 cups.
This is sugar, not cocaine.
It looks like cocaine.
It does look like cocaine, actually.
All right.
I'm gonna drink more Pinot Grigio while she's doing whatever she's doing.
Since he gave me a half cup, we're gonna be scooping 5 of these into the bowl. How many cups we just put in?
No, that was your job to figure that out.
I was counting. It's fine.
Okay, good, because I sure wasn't.
All right, there we go. So we should have 2.5 cups of sugar in there now.
Okay.
And now we're gonna get 2 eggs, and we're gonna separate the whites from the yolks while that's mixing up. So the butter is gonna slowly detach from the head that we chose. Yeah, I know it's it.
She still keeps going back to the head. All right, so then we're gonna get a small bowl, and you're just gonna separate the eggs. You're gonna put the yolk right in there and put the whites in here.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll put this back down. All right. So I'm gonna give you 2 eggs.
Thanks. Just one at a time though, because we gotta separate them. So I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I know you've probably seen some easier ways to do this on TikTok or whatever social media platform you use, but we're just going to.
This is how I do my eggs separating. Also, this is how I grew up. My mom used to do this all the time. She used to tell. Yeah, this is. You always use it from the never on a spoon or anything like that. It was bougie, I guess, for her. I don't know.
Bougie.
I learned that word the other day, by the way.
I taught you that word.
Did you teach me that word?
I did.
Maybe it was you that I learned that word from.
I use bougie all the time. So that's 1 egg yolk. We're just gonna dump that straight into the bowl. So that's 1 down. The egg whites are important for the end. So as you can see, we're gonna take actually in a little bit here. We're gonna take probably a rubber-headed spatula. What we're doing with the rubber spatula, and I choose rubber because. So I just use a rubber spatula to kind of get the butter off of the mixer, so that because as you can see, it mixed a lot of sugar and a little bit of butter.
So if you lift this up, it might.
You don't need to do that.
Oh,
I do.
Dear God! All right, fine. I should just shut up and drink Pinot Grigio.
Can I drink my sangria while you're at it?
You can actually, yes.
Cool.
Okay then.
And now we need to add our 4 cups of flour. The more flour you get, the less it'll cling on to the head. 5 more times.
Just out of curiosity, if anybody has editing software out there that allows us to put numbers in there for every time we say a word where it changes, let me know in the comments because something like this would be freaking awesome. Okay.
So when you're baking, use flour to keep the stickiness off your fingers so you can mold it and do what you want with it. So we put flour in the cookies so that way they will hold form. They won't stick to everything. And because right now it's just all we got is butter in there. Okay?
Gotcha.
It's just going to be sticky.
Okay.
So we'll turn this back on low because if you turn it on high, then flour will go everywhere. And don't get me wrong, even the most seasoned of bakers are going to end up with flour on them at some point. I don't care what kind of apron you're wearing.
Speaking of which, thank you to Aztec Creations as always for our apron and our pot holders and everything. They always take good care of us as well. So, and remember our contest, you can win some of those as well if you show some pictures and talk about some of the recipes you've made. So remember that. It's got stuff waiting for you. Cooking with Michael Swag. Okay, sorry.
Alright, so this is the last cup of flour we're going to add. So after this, ultimately, we're going to spread it out on a sheet.
Okay.
And we're going to roll it so it's nice and even. It's all over the sheet so that we can bake it. And then we're going to dress it up with the egg whites.
So just out of curiosity, when we bake this, we put it into the oven, right?
Yes.
Is that similar to a Dutch oven?
No. It is not.
It's not?
No.
I just have to ask. Because
it's you.
Because it's me, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Dutch oven.
So we're just going to take a minute, let it mix
Aldi.
a little bit. And
Pinot Grigio.
Sangria.
Okay, there we go. All right. It's trying to jump out. It's like a hermit crab trying to leave its nest. What the hell is it doing?
So that's because it's sturdy dough.
Oh, okay.
So we can actually stop it real quick. Look at that. It's beautiful.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up so you can see what it looks like there. It's basically a dough. It's a cookie dough, which is different than the doughs that we've showed before we've made pasta or anything like that. So just so you know, we did preheat the oven already to 400 degrees because that's what you want to cook it on. The only reason why I know that is because she told me that before she came in.
Yes.
So anyway, so I got the oven preheated to 400 degrees. So we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Katrina's got it all ready into the bowl. I'm drinking my Pinot Grigio because I don't know what the hell she's doing.
I'm drinking my sangria. But I know what I'm doing.
But she knows what she's doing. So, Katrina, now the next steps are what?
So now we get a cookie sheet out.
All right, so let's show it. All right, so cookie sheet, and we need parchment paper, right?
Yes, because parchment paper is non-stick.
All right, so...
And also it makes it easier to get the cookies out the sheet later.
And actually, you can write the Declaration of Independence on it, too.
That's facts.
Different parchment paper. Anyway, all right, so...
Now, we literally take the contents of this bowl that we just mixed and just dump it onto the sheet.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Eats butter cookies. And...
Is that really how in the Danish language is how it's pronounced?
Boterkoek.
Boterkoek.
Yes.
Okay. Boterkoek. Okay.
Yes.
So what is different between that blue tin of cookies that they always say are Dutch cookies or Danish cookies and what we're doing? Besides the fact that those are mass produced and this is actually, good homemade. What's the difference?
So the difference is that these are butter cookies and those blue tins are shortbread.
Oh, so it's a totally different type of cookie.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is basically I'm pressing it down with this rubber spatula because look how easily that just came off. It's kind of sticky and you don't want to use you can use your hands if you want. If you really want to, you can do that. But I'm just pressing it in and I'm going to continue pressing it until it touches all four corners. So it's going to look like a sheet of cookie.
All right, so as you can see, Katrina has actually spread it all out. I'm going to be honest, she used the spatula, but she also used her hands because it just ended up being a little easier. But anyway, so this is what it looks like when it's done. So now we take this, and what do we do next?
So now we get that brush that we had earlier and the egg whites that we separated out. With a little
egg whites and the brush.
All right, and then we're just going to dip it in here, okay? And you're just going to spread it. You can literally dump it if you want to, a little bit, pour a little bit, and then spread it across because this is going to give it that nice brown look at the end.
You know, we talk about the difference. Get the hell out of my way.
Excuse you, sir.
Sorry. So we talk about this actually. You know, there's baking, there's cooking, there's frying, all that kind of stuff. But so what we typically do on here is cooking, and that's the dinners and the food and that kind of thing. But baking is a completely different art, and you know, there are chefs that are just pastry chefs that may not be able to cook a T-bone steak, but my God, they can make a cake like there's no tomorrow. So anyway, back to basically painting the cookie.
I've painted it.
Okay, so it's all done. So
you can call me Picasso.
All right, so the Picasso of baking. Got it. Okay, so put that in the sink, and then we just take this and put it in the oven.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in the oven for about 25 minutes. You can do it for 20 to 30 minutes because you never know what kind of oven you have. You never know how fast your oven is. It is preheated to 400 degrees, but in this case, I don't know how good Michael's oven is, so we're going to do it for
It's
25.
brand new if you all watched, and she knew that too, but she's being generic.
Yes.
She missed that episode, I guarantee it. Whatever.
And
so
it doesn't matter how new your oven is, it still could be bad. So.
That is true too. So, all right, so we're just going to stick this in the oven?
Yep, we're going to stick it in there. We're going to do 25 minutes. It's a nice in between 20 and 30. And then we'll check back in after 25 minutes and see how we're doing.
All right, so we'll put it in there. We'll set the timer for 25 minutes, and then during that time, I'm going to drink Pinot Grigio. She's going to drink, what the hell?
Sangria.
Sangria, thank you. And because as we always talk about, nothing else to do while it's cooking. And when we come back, we'll show you what it's all like. We'll cut it, we'll taste it, and I'll show you what a great, great Dutch dessert. Not a Dutch dessert in a Dutch oven. Not a Dutch oven, not Dutch oven, not a Dutch dessert at Dutch Wonderland, but a real Dutch dessert from Norway?
The Netherlands.
Netherlands. I was some country over there.
At least you were in somewhat of the right vicinity.
That is true. So,
geographically speaking.
True. All right, so just sit back and we'll show you what it's like when we pull it out of the oven. We'll taste it and we'll go from there. All right? Be right back. All right, we're back. Now, what we noticed is we've been checking it throughout. As I always tell everybody, check what's in the oven. It didn't really take as long as I thought it would. So we're going to go ahead and take it out. It was about, what, 23 minutes in this case?
Yeah, well, we could have gotten away with the 20 minutes, probably.
Look, it's buttercup. Ow, fuck, that's hot. All right, so hey, look, it's buttercup. Oh, sorry. So that's what it's supposed to look like?
Yes.
Excellent. So these are basically it's basically a cookie. All right, so that's what it looks like. This is what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah, so you got the nice brown top to it because of the egg whites. And then once we cut into it...
Cooking on Michael Poplar. I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Once we cut into it, you'll see that underneath it's very kind of yellowy. It's kind of a flat cookie. It looks kind of cakey, but it's not.
Okay.
So this is what you kind of want to look like, especially with homemade baked products. So
obviously, you have to let it sit or anything for it to set, or is it done the way it is?
I mean, you can eat it now, but you might burn yourself, and I don't want to be responsible for the aloe vera you'll have to take in.
Well, just so you know, if you've watched my videos before, thank you. Every time I do try something, it always starts off with a swear word and it's hot. So, but anyway, let's cut into it and let's see if I can burn myself. I mean, let's try it and see how good it is. All right. So, is a pizza cutter the right way to do it, or is it a knife?
You can use a regular knife.
Regular knife? All right. Butter knife or regular knife?
I got regular.
All right. So we got our knife.
And basically what you want to do is cut it into squares or rectangles, and maybe a little bit smaller so you can see it's still a little soft. So it's going to need to set a little bit before you actually pick it up.
So when I asked if we should let it sit, you should have said yes.
I was setting you up for failure.
All right, so we'll let that sit for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And, fucking no, we're not. All right, so I'm going to reach in. I'm going to take a spatula. And
the corner pieces are delicious.
All right, so this is what it looks like. It's basically buttercook. What's it called?
Butter.
She can't
do it. You got me
it.
all messed up now. Buttercook.
Buttercook. Buttercook.
It's spelled B-O with an accent, T-E-R, and then K-O-E-K. In case you want to look it up later.
Yeah, what she said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and taste this. Holy hell, is this hot?
You are informed thusly.
All right. Oh my God.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Hold on. As you know, if I really like it, I do it twice. I think there's been a couple of episodes you've watched where I've tasted it once and I'm like, yeah, it's great. And you're thinking to yourself, he freaking hates it. But anyway, so we're going to try it again. That is amazing. Katrina, try your buttercup.
All right.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
You can't say that to a lady.
Well, yeah, I've met your boyfriend. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, fair enough. Oh, she dropped her buttercup.
Mm-hmm.
So, absolutely fantastic. Just so you know, my wife, who produced the executive director, is standing off to the side with her head like this going, stop saying that. It's not going to happen. You know me, right? Okay.
She knows who she married.
Yeah, she did. I told her a long time ago, and she still did it. But anyway, so, oh my God, that's so good. And it's so hot. All right. I need Pinot Grigio to cool me off. And
Sangria.
okay, very good. And we got our Phoebe here as well. So anyway, that's it. Real quick, it doesn't take a long time to prep. The longest it takes in the oven is about 20-some minutes. We set it for 25 minutes originally, but it really took about 22 minutes. So what I always say is don't walk away from the oven because it may cook quicker and you don't want to burn it. So a fantastic dessert, quick, easy, goes with whatever date night dinner you want to do. And it's a great dessert. So Katrina,
really?
Thank you so much for showing us how to make buttercook.
You almost got it there.
I almost got it. See, my heritage, I can't say that. It just doesn't come out. But anyway.
What, all-American?
No. Yeah, okay. But anyway, so thank you for showing us how to make it. It's a fantastic dessert, and I hope my viewers love it. If you love it, obviously, well, you will, because it's my show.
It's dessert.
It's dessert. That's even better. Make it, show some pictures and whatnot, and maybe you win some Cooking with Michael swag. But again, thank you so much for doing it. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
And cheers. And as always, every Saturday, 8 p.m., a new episode of Cooking with Michael. Please check us out. Like, subscribe, share, comment. All of those things, as we always say, gets us on other people's feeds and gets people to watch. So, again, thank you all for watching. We hope you love it. And again, next week, 8 p.m. for another great date night dinner or dessert or whatever on Cooking with Michael. Again, thank you, Katrina. And you guys have yourself a great night. Good night, everyone.
Bye.